it.
Bring it.
Let's do it.
We are streaming live on YouTube.
Preparing to live stream the meeting. So yeah, once this goes live, we'll just, like I said, we'll just kind of talk for a little bit for 5 minutes until we get some people in, and then we'll just kind of.
Okay.
All right, here comes YouTube.
Now I don't know how to bring it up to where I can like see the comments if people are commenting. So
Yeah, I don't see that either. I'm just lucky I'm on, I think, right now.
right.
All right,
Maybe
we
the
are
professor could
live
share
on
his
YouTube.
screen.
I'm going to post the link for everybody, and then you guys who are wondering how to see the comments, if you just go to that link, it'll open the YouTube video. Just make sure you mute it so we don't have to listen to it twice.
It's way too many things going on here. I got Zoom, I got my phone, I got my laptop.
We're live. It's crazy. I got my iPad. I'm tweeting.
Hang tight. We're just a bunch of old people. We don't know what the hell we're doing here.
No. we got one tech genius between us all.
And I still don't know what I'm doing.
Well, my kids are here. They're great at all this stuff.
There you go. There you go.
Right.
So in case anybody doesn't know who's here,
cool.
We have Randy, the man. We have Clint Westwood, the other man. We got the professor, and then we got me, Mitch, ready to take up the airwaves.
That just reminded me of your little Mitch out intro that you tried to do one time. And I've got a great little recording of that we're going to have to dig up one of these days.
Yeah. Oh, we'll put it in with the bloopers.
Oh, yeah. I wonder if I have any bloopers actually saved on this machine. All right,
so you tweeted
tweet
that
was going out.
Right?
Yeah, I said that 2 minutes ago, but I just finally finished tweeting it because I'm 100 years old, apparently.
That's all right. I'm going to get on there.
Guys, just carry me a little. Hopefully I'll
we got
jump
you.
in here.
We got you. This is the campfire. If you can sit next to the campfire with a beer and bullshit for an hour, you got this covered.
Yeah, I do that no problem. It's just I was never on one of these before.
Exactly. You're golden, man. This is going to be
Did you
sick.
drop that in the Matt group, Professor?
I didn't drop it anywhere because...
Okay, hang on. I'll do it.
Yeah, I'm logging in to my other Twitter now. My actual personal Twitter.
I just retweeted it.
Yeah, I did too. For a change, right?
Yeah.
Right.
About their conspiracies before they do it.
No.
Why not?
Because they're setting up, right?
Because we're slow.
My daughter has all kinds of questions for everyone, but
that's all right. It's like trying to find a parking spot. You know, you can't interrupt. You know, we're just in a zone here. You got to leave us alone.
Right.
We're working.
We're parking.
Josh is always outside because he has the best scenery because he lives on 5 acres
Where does he live?
of the greenest, most beautiful land. Josh, where exactly you live?
I live in Illinois. It's outside of Peoria,
That's
Illinois.
his
If you look
land
at
right
the map.
behind him.
Yeah.
That's so weird. I'm not used to that. That's so weird. Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, we I know to you guys this is normal stuff, but we don't see that.
Camper, what's up? We got Crypto Camper in the house.
Nice.
And out on YouTube.
I got to get over to YouTube. I'm trying to find it.
I know.
It's in the tweet.
God,
you retweeted it. Click the
I'm
button.
actually not doing
I
anything.
did.
I'm leaving everything the way it is right now. I don't want to screw anything up.
You're fine. If we get any questions for you, I'll relay them. You'll be good.
Okay.
Okay, I see it now.
So for anybody who's watching and wondering what the hell we're doing, we're just kind of giving it 3 or 4 minutes more here for people to start trickling into the chat so we can start.
So we're live right
Dallas,
now?
what's up, Dallas?
Oh, they can watch us. All right, awesome. Hey, how's
What's
the
going
audio
on?
sound on my end? Is the audio all right? Can you hear me? This is a new.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, good.
Okay.
Sound good, brother. Sound good.
There's one thing missing from your audio, Clint. There's
What?
no birds. What's going on?
Yeah, right.
Cicadas. Some
Cicadas.
people call them locusts, but they're cicadas. I mean,
We got some
I should've
cicadas,
taken-
but there's no
man,
birds.
They're all over. They're all over. the place.
Silvertooth here. Hey, Silvertooth.
All right. Day 2 of the
Silvertooth.
Josh,
This
are we
is
still
cool.
good for Philly at B&B?
Yeah, I think so. Right, Mitch? We're good to go.
You're going early though, right? You're going Tuesday?
I don't know what I'm doing. I mean, I hear I'm going early. I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm doing.
Because I know we got the room, we got the B&B for Thursday and
Oh,
Friday, right?
shit, guys.
Is
Tech and Nana have arrived.
Oh,
nice.
We got a party
Hey,
in the
Tech.
house
Hey,
now.
Nana.
Hey, Zach. Hey, Nana.
I'll be there, Randy. I don't know when. I'll be
Camper
there.
wants to know who, if that's a Bitcoin shirt. I don't know who he's talking to. Randy. Yeah, Randy's got a
bought the
Bitcoin shirt on.
bankers.
That's a good one.
Long Bitcoin, short the bankers.
What do you think, guys? We got a few people in. You guys want to get started, or do you want to give it a minute or two still?
Hey, we can roll. I'm ready.
Sweet. Randy, Mitch. No, Mitch is gone. He's just disappeared entirely now. So
Have
Had to
I?
hit potty
yeah, you have
break.
no video.
Oh, there he is.
There he is.
How's that?
Good.
How's that? Better?
Complete with most of the background.
There we go. I'm fucking with everybody with my phone. So
You know what's funny is that the two of us that are supposed to be like the professionals in this situation,
Right?
I'm in a fucking shed and you're in your workshop with like a half of a old ass black.
don't make fun of my backdrop. God damn it.
I know.
It
Mine's
looks
not
like a
much
black
better either,
drop
man.
cloth in the background.
Yeah, it's great.
Now we
This
know
is
why you
fun.
do a podcast and not a live stream.
Exactly.
This is right. This is right. Gives us the opportunity to mix it up.
There we go.
Awesome.
Keep it exciting
That's
that
awesome.
way.
Keeping it real, man.
Cool.
Professor, you want to do an intro?
Sure. Might as well. I'll throw it out there and I'll leave a space for the crypto gent so that we'll just
We
put
can
it
do
up there
this
on
live,
YouTube,
yeah.
obviously without that. But yeah, on
So
the
we can
podcast,
sit out a
I'll put the audio
vocal.
out there with the news. So
Yep.
So crypto gent, I didn't forget you, man. I didn't forget you. We got you. All right, y'all ready?
Let's do it.
All right. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Campfire podcast. This is the professor.
And Mitch?
And today,
Randy.
and Randy, yes. And today we're talking with Randy and Clint Westwood, and we're live for the first time for a real full Crypto Campfire episode. This is
Heck
going to
yeah.
be sick. It's a great day. It's a beautiful day. We've got Clint Westwood with the birds and the cicadas. We've got Randy, long in Bitcoin, short in the bankers with his tech support. What's up, guys?
What's up?
How you doing?
How are you?
How you doing?
So,
How you doing?
We're gonna jump in with Randy here real quick because Clint, we know how you found crypto. We're gonna get there anyway.
We know all about your crap.
We're gonna tell the people, but let's hear about Randy. We haven't talked to Randy yet very deeply. Randy, how did you find crypto and how did you get into this space?
I got into the space, believe it or not, Bitcoin Ben. When he was just on Facebook, probably a little over a year ago, maybe about a year and a half ago, I found his videos on my page. And I've heard about Bitcoin and cryptos, vaguely. So kind of interested me a little bit. I clicked on one of his videos and ever since, that's what I've been a bit Bitcoin Ben guy. And yes, he's the reason I'm into the space.
Nice, that's awesome, man. Ben is amazing. And
Yeah, I
he's
love
responsible for bringing so many people into the space and some of the families that have been created just on his heels, just from the work he's put in, are incredible. Like, look at this Litecoin family, it's an amazing thing. It's an amazing thing.
He's amazing, Ben. He's probably the most real guy, that I see doing videos. He just tells it like it is. He doesn't sugarcoat it. And I feel like, he's one of us, so he's very believable. And yeah, I love him. Great guy.
Seriously. So what about crypto was most intriguing to you? What made you really latch onto it?
Just, the way cryptos are and payments and getting away from the banks. I've had a lot of trouble with the banks in the last few years, identity theft and credit card fraud. And, just going through hell with the banks, trying to straighten everything out. I had to switch banks a couple of times and just crypto, it's on your computer, it's on your phone, you're in control of it. And, I also feel maybe down the road, the banks might crash. There might be a day where you go to the bank and you want to take out $5,000 and they tell you you could only take out 200. And I just think crypto is the future and it's the way to go as far as money.
You ain't kidding, man. You are not kidding.
Yeah.
Clint,
Yes.
Enlighten us for the few of us that don't know your story. How'd you get into crypto?
Oh my goodness, a search for truth. I mean, if you want me to boil it down, it's a search and a quest for truth and transparency. Honestly, that's really what it comes down to. And if you want the whole story, since it is the anniversary of
Do it.
9/11,
It's a good time for it, man. Do it.
you know what? I'll tell you what. My whole story, it goes back to, I guess, I had somebody reach out to me today on Twitter and said, "Well, happy birthday." Because in your description you put your birthday in there. Well, if you look at what mine is, it's today, September 11th, 2001, and it really is more than anything. And Mitch, you can identify this. It's a rebirth day more than anything, because that one event, I think, it shocked people into thinking differently. It woke some people up because it was such a big event. It changed not only this country but the world itself. And a lot of us looked at it and said, wow, what the heck happened here? And why all the changes after the fact? All of the institutions that were created. I mean, we didn't have to go into an airport and go through a scan, prior to that. I mean, a lot of things changed. And in that process, it was an awakening process for a lot of us, and me in particular. That one event got me thinking and got me going down the rabbit hole, more so than I kind of would have done. And so it really spurred that quest for truth, that quest for knowledge, that quest for what's really going on and why is it going on, and how who is carrying it out, let's just say. And so it led me to a lot of different sources, a lot of different things. Man, I used to be, if you want to go down the rabbit hole, I cut my teeth on reading. You ever read David Icke, The Biggest Secret, and Alex Jones? And I mean, these types of people, man, I would, Art Bell back in the 90s, listening to him. Cliff High, before anybody knew who Cliff High was, he had a guy out front called George Ure who would, kind of message the information out. And man, I would just absorb that stuff and just, all of that, and thinking at the time, wow, you can't talk to anybody about this stuff. This stuff's out there. And now you kind of see a lot of it validating itself. You see a lot of it coming out. So it's kind of coming full circle. I think with 9/11, you have one side, one bookend on the shelf. And I think we're reaching that other side of the bookend, a completion phase, to where all of the things that were allowed to happen in the old system, and really the root of it is the money. And that's what led me to blockchain, because, all of these bad things that have happened, all of these wars, all of these events, were allowed to happen because there's a free and unrestricted flow of money. And the powers and the levers that controlled that, they could get away with pretty much anything they wanted. Because we're not on a gold standard. We're not on a silver standard. We're on a military standard. And that's what it comes down to. If you don't play ball, the military backs up the currency. The military backs up the money. And if you don't want to participate in that game anymore, they're going to come give you a visit. And that's what's happened in a lot of ways. So I think we're breaking free from that, and cryptocurrency offers us a way to get away from that, transparency, a different level of truth that we never did have in the past. And now that we can have on an individual level, it levels the playing field. The average person can get in, and Bitcoin Ben speaks to this. That's why he goes to his meetups. He wants the little guy to get involved. There's so much truth to that, because we can get involved now, because we can participate in the new economic system. We can create the new economic system. Adoption, Mitch, what you did today in your video, the live, it's about getting people awakened to the fact that, listen, we can transact in whatever we want. And this is a sound way to do it. We can pull out, shekels and, shells out of our pockets and trade those. But with cryptocurrency, there's no doubting it. There's no questioning it. It's a truthful protocol, and you can see it on the blockchain. And so we have the ability now to overturn the tables, to move forward and use a system that is truthful, honest, and let that permeate throughout society. We just need to support it, and we just need to help others to understand that it's here, it's ready, and never again will another 9/11 occur. We're not going to be held hostage by people who have an agenda. That won't happen again, and we will not allow it to happen again, and we cannot allow it to happen again, because we have the tools to break free from that enslavement, to break free from that mind control. And the boots on the ground, the people pushing for adoption of cryptocurrency, we're on the front lines, man. We wake people up, help people to see that we can be free. We are free. And don't let anybody tell you that you're not. All right, there we go.
I think I think a lot of this stuff, getting the information out there is half the battle. And we as crypto warriors, boots on the ground, like you call us, which I love, by the way. We are on the front lines, and I think one of the main reasons we do videos is so that everybody can see it. Everybody can really realize what's happening outside, right? Not just what's happening in their own little square, right? What's happening outside, what's happening in the real world, what people are doing to help bring this to the attention of so many, right? And I ultimately that you've always heard that saying, one person can't change the world. I call that bullshit. I think
I
one
agree.
person
That's
can
bullshit.
set the tone, and lead the change, right? And I think all of us together, and I'm not talking as individuals, I'm talking about as a team, I'm talking about unified. Together, we can all lead that charge.
I agree. The fact that Randy's here right now. I mean, Randy, how many interviews have you done? How many live streams have you done, Randy?
Let me see. Let me count. 1, 2, 0.
Yeah, 0. And Randy's here, and we met Randy, and Randy's been behind the scenes doing things, pushing for adoption. And now you see his face. We see more and more people coming out, showing their faces. And Mitch, you're absolutely right. It's about getting out there. It's about showing everybody that, you know what, we're just like you. You're just like us. We're in this together. I mean, don't be afraid. That's what allowed the old system to be corrupt, because of fear. Let go of that. Let go of that fear, because it's not going to move us forward. Let go of it. Move forward. Don't give them control. Don't give them power. Find ways to unplug from the old system and don't give it energy. Put your energy into the new systems, the things we're talking about now, the solid blockchains, the solid money, the sound money that can change the future for all of us. Do it right now. Come out right now. Support it and just go forward and forget about the past. That's gone. We're not going to support that crap anymore and those people that allowed it to happen. Gone.
I'm going to come out right now and I'm going to say, I hope you got a spotlight set up, because you're getting dark,
I know,
buddy.
I'm going dark.
That's all right.
You are going dark.
Clint Westwood counts dark
and then
or
I'm going to
light.
get over. I can go over here. You might have to mute me and
Awesome.
then I'll walk over there if you want. I'm going to shut up now and let you guys talk and I'll move.
Randy, what are your thoughts on adoption, brother? Where are you at with the whole thing?
It's still in the. I still think it's in the baby stages as far as adoption goes. More people know about it now than ever. I noticed that, like when you guys wear your shirt, you go to stores, you go to Dunkin' Donuts, and people recognize it now. I get that a little bit now because I go to the malls with my kids. My daughters are 13 and 16, so we're in the mall a lot. And for the first year, I would wear these shirts. No one would say a word to me. And now I see that definitely people know about it more and are asking me questions. My kids ask me questions. Their friends are asking me questions. They love the videos that we did for Sweden. So it's coming along. A lot of things are happening, behind the scenes, like Ben always talks about. And we know it's happening. We haven't seen it yet in price, but it's coming along slow, but it's getting there.
Well said. I mean, it's a long process and it's baby steps, right? I mean, our baby steps are freaking huge, but they're baby steps still in the long scheme.
Yeah, just guys like us, we have to keep pushing and getting more people involved. Every day I talk to people. I tell my daughters, maybe they could start something in their schools just to get the word out there. And I think once it catches, it's going to go real fast.
And like Clint said, it's important that a lot of us are willing to put our faces out there and just talk to people, because the media portrays it still as such a bad, like, evil thing. And it's only used for drugs and crime and all that. And You know, when everybody's hiding behind cartoon animals on the internet, it doesn't really make it look like anything different. But when we're out there, real people talking to people and actually building stuff and working as a team, it makes a difference.
Listen, a lot of people that don't know anything about it that I try and talk to, that's the, you know, they bring up the crime thing, you know, because they don't know about it.
Mhm.
And that's what they're hearing from everyone else that doesn't know about it. You know, if you could give them 10 minutes of your time and explain it and break it down, they look at you like, wow, I didn't realize that it was that, you know? So
Exactly.
it's taking time, but we're going to get there.
100%. You know, and maybe they
You know,
don't sign up right away, but you're planting that seed.
It's one of those things, you know, that knowledge is power. And when we become knowledgeable, we become powerful, right? And I think it's one of the largest things that we can do is to spread that information to help others become more powerful.
Yes, for sure. We got to get
Westwood's
the
got the bus. Go, there he is. Now he has arrived.
No,
Back.
I'm here.
You got
I'm
the bus.
here, but I'm trying to think, should I go in here where there's light? But no, we'll stay here right now. I got a little bit of light. We'll put the bus in the background for scene 2.
That's
There we
actually
go.
perfect.
Is it?
I don't know.
All
I
right.
mean, the
Yeah,
whack-a-mole
it really
situation was really
No.
the
Go back.
whack-a-mole was great.
Yeah, right there. That's perfect.
Right. Okay, good. Good.
Perfect.
Deal. No,
That's for sure.
no, Randy, you're right. I mean, we're so early to the game. When you start talking to people, I mean, it's intimidating at first, and that's why I just love that you're out there doing those videos. Your daughters are doing those videos. I mean, that is awesome. That's a huge step. That's not easy to do. I mean, don't you think I get nervous? Mitch, were you nervous when you did it? I mean, you know what I mean? It's like kind of nerve-wracking. You don't know what to expect, but you get out there and you do it. And the more you do it, I mean, it's just it gets easier, and you're able to talk to more people then.
When you're received in a way, a positive way, right? That just fuels your fire, I think.
Yeah.
And that's one of the biggest things, you know, when you talk to somebody about crypto, and you know, at first, like you said, they have that glazed, you know, deer in the headlights look. And you know, Randy, like you touched on, you know, oh, it's used for drug trafficking and all this shit. My first argument to that is, and the American dollar hasn't been, is
Right.
usually my first
Exactly.
reaction to that. And they're like, okay. And then they're
Oh,
like,
yeah.
but it's not real. You can't touch it. I said, oh, so you can touch the money you spend with your credit card. And they stop and they think, or your debit card, and they go, okay, you know. And by now I got them hooked, right? So now we start talking about, you know, trustless. We start talking about blockchain, right? Because that's what started all this, was blockchain technology. And once they get their head kind of wrapped around that, you know, it just leads into further conversation. And usually if you've done it right, by the time you walk away from that conversation, that person's like, man, thank you for that information. You know, most people are, you know, the ones that take the time with an open mind to want to listen, they're the ones that are going to receive it. The other ones that have a closed mind, like some older people I know, not mentioning any names, neighbors. But anyway, you know, they're shut off to it because, oh yeah, it's just a thing, right? But in a couple of years, they're going to be going, holy shit, it's more than just a thing. So, you know, it's the constant effort by all of us, and having all of our friends on Twitter, all the people that follow us on Twitter, see us positive, see us out there doing this, see us, you know, carrying and passing that adoption torch. I think it interests people, and I think people open up to it, and they open up more. I've seen, since I started, and I'm not blaming myself or taking credit for this, but since I started doing live videos, and I seen Johnny Litecoin doing live videos, and then all of a sudden I see more and more and more people coming to the light with their face and putting it out there, and that's awesome. It just shows that we can't hide behind the computer anymore. We're at that stage where we need to be on the front lines, and we need to put it out there. And the only way somebody's going to receive it is if you're not hiding behind a meme or behind an avatar.
For sure.
So we're going to do a thing real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Cool. Let's do a thing. I like
y'all
things.
probably haven't heard yet because we started doing this, but I don't think we've published any of the episodes within which we've done this. So we've been taking trending hashtags and just picking one that's trending right now and seeing what people have to say about it. So There's not really any funny ones right now, but we do have one that could kind of lead us down a rabbit hole, and it's hashtag things today's kids can't do. And that's a big one. I mean, there's a lot. That's like turning wrenches, figuring out how to find jobs, and filling job applications out. Let's start there. But what do you guys think? What are things that kids can't do today that they used to be able to do?
I talked about it today. A cassette tape in a car. You know, putting a cassette tape in a car. What that is?
Yeah.
What's that slot?
What's a cassette tape?
Yeah, exactly. What's a cassette tape? But a rotary phone I saw on Twitter. I don't. You know, I have one. I should have brought it out. I have a prop in the house. But a rotary phone where you have to dial the number and let it go and let it. You know, you have to be patient because you got to once and then it rolls back, and then you hit the number, then it rolls back. And imagine you've got to dial, you know, all those numbers to get a hold of somebody, and you have to know what those numbers are. So you got a little piece of paper. I don't have grandparents. You got a little piece of paper, you know, on the side of the phone. Okay, this is so and so's number, and then you dial the number. You're looking at it, you know, and you're going around on the phone. I mean, does anybody know how to use one of those now?
I do.
Don't even know what it is.
I've never had to use one, but I know how to use one. But yeah, no, that's like, have people even seen them? There's probably a lot of people that have never seen one. That's crazy.
Right.
Let's take a second. I want to say hi. We got a few more people that just showed up. We've got Polly P, John Kim, and Rebecca.
Polly, John,
what's
Rebecca.
Up, guys?
Awesome.
What's up, guys?
John Kim, my man, coming on. Polly P.
Campfire coordinator, Rebecca, out there scheduling us. We've got shout out to Rebecca. She got us hooked up with the Lolly guys today. We're going to be doing an interview with Lolly, so that'll be sweet.
Oh, sweet. Yeah.
All right. So, Randy, what are things that today's kids can't do, in your opinion?
What are things today's kids can't do?
I don't know how to mail a letter.
Yeah, my 13-year-old daughter did not know how to mail a letter.
I still don't.
That's something I never thought about. Email is so nice.
Yeah, they have no clue about old school stuff like that.
I love mailing letters. There's something special about, I love writing with ink, and I'm really picky about the paper and pens that I like to use. There's something about that, and maybe it's almost nostalgia now. I used to be just as picky in school, but now it's almost nostalgic to pull out a nice Pilot G2 or a Uniball Vision Elite and some good thick stock paper and just start writing.
Yeah.
Call me weird, but I still like to use my hands more than just typing.
I feel like also kids today, they don't, you know, when I was younger, we used to hang out in big groups, get together at the park or wherever. And now, you know, I think kids, you know, they do get together, but not as much. They do a lot of FaceTiming and social media stuff. They do a lot of talking through social media. You know, we didn't have any of that. I'm not sure it's an advantage that they have this. I think it was better back then, but maybe I'm wrong.
I think there's probably some sort of a transition period, right, where it's problematic maybe at the beginning, kind of like we talked about with Paul McNeil when we interviewed him. He brought up a point of that transition period where people are so used to working so hard to accomplish certain tasks that when you have new tools that you're introduced to that allow you to do things more simply, you have more free time. And at first, you use that free time to relax and enjoy yourself. And so maybe you have a generation or two that's just, you know, so used to working hard, and they just suddenly they get all this rush of technology and they take advantage of it. And, you know, so everybody says technology is going to make you lazy. But then there's that transition period where eventually you just build in more tools to find more ways to fill that time. And so you can just do a whole lot more stuff much more efficiently once you transition your mind to think that way. Maybe it takes a few generations, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Yes, it will be.
It'll definitely be interesting to see what happens, you know. And I think there's so many things that kids today can't do like we used to do when I was a kid. You know, I mean, going outside is probably one of the biggest things. You know, it's rare that I go through an old neighborhood and actually see children outside playing. You know, and it's really sad. It really is. And the majority of them are stuck in tech. You know, they're you know, you still got those ones that are into sports and they're into the cheerleading and they're into all the social stuff, you know, at school, and that's really cool, you know, because it gives them a chance to be with others and to have fun, right? But I just, like I said, I never was behind a television screen when I was a kid, except when after dark, after the streetlights came on and I had to come in the house, right? Other than that, I
Same.
was outside. You could not, summer vacation, my parents wouldn't see me from the time the sunrise came until it was time to come in. I was gone. I mean, and it was awesome, right? But it was a different kind of freedom then. The world was a different place, and it's hard to take ourselves away from. It's hard to step outside of what we're used to as when we were kids, right? And put ourselves into the heads of the youth today. You know, the pressures they are under are far greater, I think, than the pressures we were under as kids. Um, and that's a shame, you know, but they have a lot more tools and they have a lot more information at their disposal, at their
Yes.
fingertips instantaneously, you know,
I'm
whereas
not sure
before,
that's good.
no, well, I mean, think about the time saved, you know, you know, we used to have to go look up the Encyclopedia Britannica and go look up a definition of something, right? And today they type it in this and it's there in the screen within seconds. So you know, there's a lot of pros and cons to both sides of it. But I think it's still the elder generations that are continuing to guide the youth, and I think that's the important thing right there, is that we don't lose sight of that. And every time you transfer that wisdom to somebody else, it then becomes their wisdom to transfer to the next generation. So enough of that. Blah.
Yeah.
I liked that that interview you did with Crypto Curator. That was a really good one, that discussion, because it brought up a lot of things, and he had a lot of great points in that technology. And see, I refuse to become that person. I'm 46 years old. I'm in the middle of this transition. You know, I have a daughter who's in kindergarten, a daughter who's in ninth grade and just started high school. But I'm an old school thinker, man. I'm a hands-on guy. I watched the corn grow up. I want to have my hands on things. I know what real things are. That's what I grew up around. That's what I've always lived around. And, you know, transitioning to crypto at first was, man, I want to hold silver in my hand. You know, I want something that has real value and always has had real value. But I got to the point where I kind of went through that process of, you know, it clicks and you say, you know, things are changing. They've always changed, you know, and you use the horse and buggy analogy. I've never put on a horseshoe and I never will. But at the time, I guarantee somebody said, well, you need to learn how to put on a horseshoe on that horse because you need that horse for transportation. And it's going to be the same with changing a tire. You know, you need to learn how to change a tire. You need to learn how to change a battery. It's like, why do I need to do that? I'm not going to do that. I'm never going to do it because I'm just not going to do it, because we're moving to a new age. And those things, they'll be there, but it's going to be in a different form. And I'm not going to have all this maintenance, because you see with millennials a lot right now, you know, the whole thing is, I want to experience things. I want to live. I don't want to own all these things. That's what the blockchain is. What do? We go to meetups and we get an Airbnb, we get an Uber. I mean, you know, I'm like, this is kind of cool. And at first I thought, you know, I don't know about these self-driving cars. You know, I'm not all for that, but driving in New Jersey for 19 hours, I want a self-driving car. I mean, it's just, it gets to that point where you realize, you know what, why am I fighting this stuff? Because it's going to make humanity freer. And the key is this, and I think I put out a tweet on it today. The key is this, it's that if there's truth and transparency, then I'm all for technology. As long as the playing field is level and we're all treated equally and there aren't favorites and there aren't people at the top running things and it's transparently done, I am all for technology. I am all for the sci-fi world. Bring it on. But it's got to be truthful. It's got to be transparent. We need to vote on the blockchain. I mean, it needs to be legitimate. And then I'm all for that.
The future is going to be crazy, man. Like
it is.
We can't look at the last 20 years. Like, look where we've come in 20 years. That's 1999. We joke about 99 like it was the beginning of time. And that was only 20 years ago.
We're going to party like it's 1999, man. Yeah. I remember that song. I know where I was. You know, exactly. I know where I was when it happened. It's like
next week we're going to party.
It's just, yeah, we're going to party. We're going to party like it's, you know,
dearly beloved
September. Exactly.
We are gathered
Lot
here
of
today to
videos
talk
next
about this
week.
thing called life. Electric
Yeah.
word life, it means forever. And that's a mighty long time. But I'm here to tell
Yeah.
you, there's something else.
I love it.
Yeah.
The
The
afterworld.
afterlife.
Yeah, kick in the
A
music.
world
Oh,
of
man.
never-ending happiness. You can always see the sun, day or night.
Night.
So when you
Rap
call up that
battles.
fucking
He's
head
starting the
doctor in
rap
Beverly
battles.
Hills, love it.
I would do the next part, but it won't sound good. So
That's okay. We forget it in
Oh.
advance.
But that stuff's timeless. You know, music is timeless. And I mean,
It
Mitch,
is.
you're tapped into that. I mean, it really is because it permeates everything. People can listen to Beethoven, they can listen to classical music, they can listen to, well, I'll go back to an Aeolian harp. Look that one up. And I mean, you know, it doesn't matter. It affects everybody throughout all of history. It affects us just the same because we're all human beings. We've always been the same. We just have different things in front of us. You know, the landscape changes, the scenery changes, but at the core, we're still the same. We still have the same passions and emotions that we've always had in the Greek tragedies. I mean, in the comedies. I mean, all of these themes, they permeate throughout history. And again, all that changes is the background, the set changes, the landscape changes, but the characters and what we have within us, those core passions, they're the same. And so it doesn't matter. We're going to change. Things are going to transition. So be who you are and transition with it and make it the way it needs to be. You know, get rid of the bad stuff and accent the good stuff of humanity.
All right.
That's what we need to do every day.
Hang on.
Hang
John
on.
Kim wants to come on.
Yeah. Hang
Bring
on.
it.
Coffee.
Yeah.
So speaking of passion, let me reset my. Was it getting too dark?
No, you're good.
Are you sure you can see me all right? On the
You got
green
this
screen?
nice green Hulk glow to you. I love
It's
it.
a green screen. John Kim's the Hulk, though. He's the what is it? The Avengers. He got the picture of the Hulk. He's the Hulk. He's got that one. I'll have to take
Oh, this is
something
gonna be awesome. This is gonna be
it's
awesome.
going to be like a
Blow this.
fireball, and then he's going to show up.
Yeah, it's just gonna-
You know, I wish I could make that. I think it'll just happen naturally just by him joining. Zoom will know. He'll just
Right.
understand.
Yeah. I can already hear the music in the background.
All right, John, I just sent you that link.
I'm gonna have to go grab another beer for this one. Oh
I
shit!
got one right here. I
I'm
got
ready
one
to
right
crack
here.
mine
Where are you
open.
at? You're
I
supposed
got
to
one
be at the
too.
ranch. Why aren't you?
I
at the
might have to
ranch?
grab a beer. Jeez.
Get one. Get a shot.
Oh,
My daughter, go get me a beer.
somebody go tweet this out on Twitter, man. Get some more people on here. We
Yeah, I'll
got
jump on
11
there.
people watching.
You know,
I mean, well, I'm sure John Kim, you know, but
He'll
whatever.
blow it up once he arrives.
Hell yeah, he will.
we need that Coors Light truck to show up here, and we need to pay in Litecoin. And we're gonna have a big party at the Westwood.
I heard the
Ranch.
doorbell.
Did we?
I
hear
heard
it?
the
Is John
doorbell. We
Kim
got
here?
Oh,
company.
shit. John, you here? Almost. Oh, here he is.
Yo!
What's going on?
Mr. Kim!
Oh,
What's up,
what's
family?
up?
Driving
What's going on?
responsibly.
What? Yo, what? I'm driving to East Texas.
Hell yes.
North Texas right now, Wichita Falls, Texas, so I can go promote some Litecoin to
That's
this country
amazing.
folks.
Hell
Yo.
yes.
I love you guys, man. You know, today I just tweeted something out. I wanted to say this real quick. Man, I'm so unbelievably proud of Mitch, Professor, Westwood, even Randy. Randy's been with me for a long time, and even Kat. You know, this is what I told Johnny one time. I said, Johnny, there's got to come a time when I'm not going to be able to push this hard. And Johnny, I gave the baton to Johnny, and Johnny started going crazy, right? It took off a lot of pressure off of me to know that even though I'm taking a little break, I'm not going as hard. I knew Johnny was going to keep going hard on my behalf and on behalf of Litecoin. But now, recently, man, like, Mitch, you guys came on, and things are just, like, growing like crazy. So what I just tweeted out today was that the network effect, you know, the network effect is where when you have two cell phones, it's not really valuable, right? The device or the network, because you can only call each other. But when there's 100 people, the network and the value of the device just went up exponentially, you know? So I just had a crazy thought, like, where is Litecoin fam going to be in 2 years? When people are driving around like Paulie, right? Driving around in a truck, putting seat cars everywhere. I mean, think about all these little things. Everybody wants to hit a home run, and I always tell them, hey, just hit a pop fly, bunt, strike out, just go up to bat. Then you'll learn.
Swing it, baby, swing it.
Swing it. So I mean, like, and you know, me and Kat were talking today, and you know how at the East Coast team and the Litecoin fan, we really support one another as far as following is concerned, promoting, retweeting, liking, whatever, right? So because from the beginning I said, look, I'm not here to grow by myself. If I grow, I want to take everybody with me. If I'm speaking, I'm going to grab somebody in the East Coast fam to speak with me. And I'm taking Kat with me to that university where I was speaking at, and she's kind of scared, you know, to speak. But here's the thing. If we set that kind of a culture in the Litecoin fam, and let's say Mitch and Professor blows up and becomes the best podcast in the world, right? I know you guys are going to bring some of us with you, right?
Oh, yeah, we will. Damn straight we will.
Right?
We're all in this together, brother.
I know. So I've yet to meet any community that has the passion, that has the work ethic, that has the heart, the encouragement level, the sympathy level. Just like I've never experienced anything like this in my life. Just to be a part of it, dude, it makes the fire inside of me just burn so brightly, you know? So I can't wait to meet every single one of you guys at the Litecoin Summit and like literally kill it. Like literally.
I'm gonna see you in Philly. I'm gonna see you in Philly. So yeah.
I will see you in Philly too.
You better bring what's that thing called? Fire extinguisher. All right.
Yeah, we're gonna need
more than the fucking fire extinguisher. I tell you that
Boys,
much.
there's gonna be so much fire there. People are gonna be sweating, smoke coming out, firefighters coming out trying to put it out. But you know what? I'm gonna say this last thing. You don't have to announce fire, baby. When Litecoin fam is completely on fire, the world will come to us. Just like the CEOs are calling me on the back end and asking me how can we be a part of this crazy Litecoin fam? You know what I mean? It's nuts. It's freaking nuts.
John,
it's amazing.
Kim, you don't need a fireman to spot a fire. You just need a simple man with a simple plan, because he can see that fire from miles away.
Yo, hallelujah.
Yo!
Say it, baby.
Yo!
Preach it, brother. Preach it.
Hey, check it out, right? So I get to go to a place I've never been before, right? Like, I don't have a high school diploma. I don't have a college degree. But I got invited to speak at the University of Pennsylvania to the students, right? Do you know what this means?
That's huge.
Everything that I've stood for is true. It's not about your education. It's not about how much you know. It's about how much are you willing to sacrifice and to not compromise, to show the world that you're about that action, right? So I'm just like, I'm getting all these opportunities, and I'm just trying to make sure that I bring everybody with me, you know, and it's so exciting. And what separates all the other videos from all the videos that you guys are posting, there's really an excitement when you talk. There's this fire when you talk, right? Because you're talking from your heart, right? So, but other people, when they do a live stream, whatever, they're just like regurgitating information that they heard from somebody else. Like Westwood, right? You know, I like he's got a little cocky little attitude when he talks, right? He's in the cornfield, you know. But when he talks, it comes into your heart. Yeah. That's why people like him. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. I might have to quit because I got so many other people on fire. I may need to just sit back and watch the fire and check out this Litecoin bonfire just lit up like crazy.
Nah, still need you.
Oh no, you can get a bunch of popcorn. I know where you can get some. You can just sit back and watch the show, man. You've already set it in motion.
Hey Westwood, you gotta warn me when you turn into Incredible Hulk, brother.
he's
Getting ready to
turning.
burst over here. I'm blowing it up. You know, the ironic thing, here's what's going to happen, John Kim. This might be funny. You go to that university, you give a speech, and they give you an honorary doctorate degree, and you walk out smarter than everybody else on paper.
Oh,
Yo, mom,
There
I
we
made
go.
it.
Now we're talking,
Yo,
Clint.
mom, I got a degree, finally.
You know something, John. I mean, the best part of all this is that, and like you said, I'm still looking, brother. I'm still looking for communities that are as passionate as the one that I'm attached to here. And I have yet to see it. Now, that doesn't mean I'm not open to it, because I'm looking. I'm actively looking for other communities, because I think as a combined force, we can be unstoppable, and we're all passionate. I think everybody in crypto has a certain level of passion in themselves, right? Regardless of the token that they choose to support. But that's why we're called the Crypto Campfire, I think, is because we support crypto. And it just so happens that our biggest support base right now is this amazing family and these amazing friends that I've grown to love. So that being said, I think we should all reach out to other communities and join forces in this movement, because I think that's what this is about. This is about unity, and it's about coming together for a purpose, coming together for freedom.
Absolutely,
No, brother,
man.
it's not you against me, it's us against them.
That's right.
It is. Absolutely. But let me tell you a small story real quick, okay? So, I mean, I don't know how many people are gonna watch this, but I hope it doesn't get out too far. But
now it
You're
will.
not going to retweet it. That's what I'm hearing.
So this past week, I met some really prominent people in this space, right? And I've even met somebody not so prominent, but it's pretty very, very popular. They call Litecoin like a shitcoin in front of me, right? I'll say this and I'll go. Look, I mean, look, for me, I believe that your conviction and your faith depends upon how much you are willing to risk and sacrifice, right? One day people will know what the hell is going on in my life, but it's not good. But I've given up so much for Litecoin, and I'm not saying this because, I've given up more. I'm sure so many people have given up just as much as I am. But when somebody calls Litecoin shitcoin, I don't give a damn how much money you got. I don't give a damn how popular you are. That shit deeply, deeply offends me.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
So I literally left. I literally didn't want to talk.
I don't blame you.
Listen, I'm not the type of guy that would go to somebody that I've never met and say, hey, you're with that shitcoin, right? I would never say that out of respect for that other person, right? So for me, it's like, and then I was talking to somebody about it, and I said this, hey, maybe you should have, maybe it was a joke, maybe you should have just, forgot about it, whatever. I'm like,
whatever.
Listen, if Bitcoin people are going to stand their ground and be a maximalist and call everybody a shitcoin, listen, there's one person in the damn Litecoin fan that's going to put his foot on the ground and said, hell no. You see some shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm cursing right now. I usually don't curse, but if I think about it, I'm so upset because who the hell are you? You're a multimillionaire? You're from Harvard? Okay. Guess what? Come to the gym, because in my world, you're a novice. I'll kill you. I literally could kill you within a matter of seconds. You're only an expert in this space, right? So let's not get things twisted here. Have respect for other people and what they have done for the community and the coin. So I was really upset this weekend. So I can't drink beer because I'm on a diet. So I drank a lot of white wine, like a little girl with my finger pinky.
Good, you got to do that sometimes. And you know what? It's a totally fucking ignorant opinion, because regardless of whether you like Litecoin or whether you like Bitcoin better or whatever the hell you think, it's just a totally different thing. It's just another competitor. Doesn't mean it's a shit coin. You know, in fact, it's better than Bitcoin in a lot of ways if you're using it as a peer-to-peer transactional method. I mean, it serves a purpose, and you can't call it a shit coin. Even if you like Bitcoin, whatever, use Bitcoin, but keep your mouth shut. Whatever.
Exactly. Like I said, man, we represent 99% of people who doesn't have the intellect, the schooling, or the knowledge, or the time to understand what a blockchain is and how it works. So we got to make sure that we make it so stupid and easy that they will be able to ease it. You know what I mean? And that's who I represent. So if you're gonna call shitcoin in my face, let's go to the gym. Say it to my face again, and I'll put you to sleep. And when you wake up, you will apologize. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah. No, you know, I agree. You know, and that's the thing, is that it's okay to have an opinion, and it's okay to have thoughts, but to be just disrespectful at the end of the day is just, it's not acceptable. I don't care who you are. And I tend to not take that too lightly. I tend to not stand for it, whether I see it on Twitter or not. I always end up having to say something.
Yeah. So thanks for having me on, guys. I'm probably, this is probably not the best time to be on longer because I'm driving. But yo, I'm representing in North Texas this week, baby.
Hell yeah.
Yo!
Do it.
Get some.
Do it.
Yo, John Kim, do it. Represent.
Let's go. Let's go, baby.
I'm hulking out over here.
Turning green and everything.
Oh my God, that's so awesome.
Well, let's just say that was some extra energy for the fire. What do we think?
That
Heck
was
yeah.
a lot of fire.
Fuck yes. John, thanks for showing up, man. That was fucking amazing. You're awesome.
It was amazing.
You know, and you get it. I mean, I think we all get it. We're devoting, I mean, we all know this. We go to meetups, we spend our own money because we love doing it, and we support the projects that, or I should say, in which we believe. So, I mean, we're giving it the energy, we're giving it human energy and putting support behind it. So when somebody says, oh, that's crap, that's garbage, it just flippantly kicks it aside. I mean, that's offensive. It really is offensive that somebody's going to say, you know what, all your efforts, everything you've done, that doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean a damn thing. It is upsetting, you know? So it just makes me say, yeah, whatever. I'm going to go buy some coffee with it. Can you do that? Oh, well, I wouldn't buy coffee with it. Okay, that's fine. You go ahead and lock it up. You go ahead and sit on it. But you know what? I'm going to make a difference in somebody's life. You know, we got a contest going on right now, the Speed and App contest. You see how close that is? Randy, you and your girls, I mean, the videos you made, so many great freaking videos. The video that's out there right now, it's me recording Mitch buying coffee for the first time with the Speed and App. We got it hooked up, and we went, and he's like, we got to use the Speed and App to buy some coffee, and let's go. So that's what we did. And then you've got Red Cat with Nick making a Speed and App, you know, or Speed and video, you know, using the Speed and App in a movie theater. Randy, you made videos. I mean, then you've got, who's the other one in it? Lisa's in it with her mom and her husband, you know, using the Speed and App. Crypto Mikkel using the Speed and App. You can go vote for that right now, and the winner gets 2 Litecoin. I mean, we're out there spending Litecoin, paying with Litecoin. How many other communities do you see out there right now supporting the cryptocurrencies, using it as money? That's what Litecoin's all about, and we stand behind it. Other cryptos have other purposes, but you know what? We're fully in. I mean, we support Litecoin. You can't call it a shit coin. You can, but you know what? It isn't, because we can use it to pay with things. There are places that won't take cash anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, really, they won't
Several,
take cash anymore.
Yeah.
You can't give them a $50 bill. And we got some lights coming up here, so it might, you know, shine on me a little bit. But it's just, yeah, you know, just use it. When you put your energy behind it, when you use it, that's what makes it valuable. That's the only thing that makes the US dollar valuable right now, is because we've got a belief system that says, it's got value, I can use it. That's it. I mean, that's it. Put your energy into those things that you love.
Yep, and the same logic applies exactly to all of the quote unquote shit coins. You know, all the other little utility tokens and things that are being used that everybody calls a shit coin. You know, some projects actually have some real stuff to them, some real substance, and are actually doing some real things. And just because maybe they aren't fast or something, they're not meant as a currency, right? So you can't compare them to Bitcoin and say they're a shit coin and that Bitcoin is the best, or even that Litecoin is the best, because there's, you know, when you're talking about other utility tokens, there's things that serve totally different purposes, like Beatscoin, for example, and Poe and Tierra. I mean, they all have different things. It's different use cases, and they're, you know, not all coins are competitors. That's it.
I think Clint's baby girl just got home.
Yep, she did. That's a fact. You get a little R2D2 sound happening there.
Yeah,
too.
giving her daddy some loving.
That's what this is about, though. We'll let
That's
it happen.
the best.
It's all about family, man. It's whether it's family on the internet or family in real life. We're all in this together, 100%.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
So, Randy, is a hot dog a sandwich?
Is a hot dog a sandwich? It's in between bread. No.
he was about to say yeah, and then the tech support told him no. So
yeah, the tech support. He's got that phone a friend call sitting right next to him.
Anything.
I didn't say you could use your lifelines.
Right. He uses Lifeline.
We got Chicken Pimp in the house. What's up, Chicken Pimp?
Chicken Pimp. Yeah. Wow, what a good night. This was absolutely crazy.
Yeah, it's great.
You know, Randy, I thank you so much, bro, for
Can you
doing
hear me
this.
now, guys?
And
Yeah, man.
yeah, we
Thanks
can
for
hear you,
having
Clint.
me.
You
My
can hear me all right?
first time ever. Appreciate it. Thank you.
It was fun, and I did. Let me ask you something. What do you think? Did you enjoy it?
Oh, I loved it.
Awesome.
Yeah, I would definitely do it again. I just had, I had
You
to
got to
jump
break
in
the ice,
water.
baby. Got to break the ice. You got to jump in the water. That's right.
Yeah,
That's
It
right.
was cold, but now I'm used to it. I'm ready to go. I need
Baptism by campfire.
Right. I need to get out there more. Like
That's
Kat,
all right.
Kat,
We all do.
Becca, they're killing it. Kat with her tour, amazing work. Becca in Pittsburgh with all these meetups that she's doing. Everybody's picking up the pace, and everybody is getting out there more and showing face and doing videos and pushing adoption. And that's, like John Kim said, that's what the Litecoin fam does.
I think everybody has a voice and everybody has a purpose, right? Some people may not be meant to be on the front line. Some people might not be meant to be out there beating the ground doing what some of us are doing, and that's okay, right? Because even in the military, you got support everywhere. So and everybody's got their thing that they do, right? So I'm just saying to find yours. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying do what Clint's doing or do what John Kim's doing or do what Kat's doing or do what Johnny Moore's doing. No, I'm saying do what you can do, what you feel is your part to make a difference, right?
Absolutely.
And that's what's going to make you feel better at the end of the day, when you can actually touch somebody else's life. That's the cool part right there.
Yeah, no, that's the best part. That's when I did the speeding videos with my daughter, I had if I would have got 30 likes and 10 retweets, I would have been amazed, So when I saw, how many likes, how many retweets, and how big it went, I realized that, I do have a voice, and I should use it more.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right. You do.
Gets that adrenaline
Awesome.
pumping, doesn't it, man?
What's that?
Gets that adrenaline pumping.
Oh my gosh,
gets you excited.
It does.
And then that energy just flows right into what you're saying and what you believe in. And then as soon as you start talking to people, it just comes out, man.
And they feel it. That's the
Yeah,
best part.
yeah.
They feel that energy.
Yes.
It's real. It's just real.
Even when I made the speeding video at Dunkin' Donuts, after the video, the cashier, I stayed, afterwards and spoke to them about it. And the one in Dunkin' Donuts, the one at Ulta, people were asking, what is this? Because they saw me doing the video. So it's nice. I got, a few more people involved just from doing the video.
That's right. It's called planting seeds there, brother.
Yep.
Exactly. So speaking of seeds, Hulk seeds and all that stuff, Clint's turning more and more green. The lighting is getting green, and I love it because I kind of. Is it true that you used to hold some powerlifting records?
Dude, I did. I used to lift quite a bit. I probably started when I was 12 lifting, and I competed for age 12, 13, probably 13, all the way up to about age 17, senior in high school. And you know what? I said, and this is a good lesson, I think. I was very successful. I won 3 national championships in a row. I set some records in powerlifting at young ages, obviously. And at age 17, I said, you know, I'm done with it. I'm just done with it. I don't need to do it anymore. What else do I need to prove? You know, I'm happy. I did it. It was cool. I'm moving on. And so, you know, I went to college. I went to a college that's local here, a college that we had a president graduate from, Ronald Reagan. It's Eureka College. I got out in 3.5 years. I went to a community college first, transferred 2 years of credits in because that's the way to do it, kiddos. Go to community college. You can get C's. You can transfer them in, and then you can get A's on your degree at the 4-year college, and then your GPA is good. Anyway, some tips there. But I got out in 3.5 years, and I started teaching. I taught for a year. That's what my certification is in. I didn't really care for it, and I jumped around, you know, just trying to find what I really want to do. But yeah, I was successful at powerlifting, and I'm kind of getting back into lifting again. I go through my phases of, all right, I need to lift again. I'm drinking too much beer. And I need to make that chest look bigger than the belly, you know, so I need to start working out a little bit, you know, to offset it. And so, yeah, that's what I do. And so, yeah, I mean, I was successful at it, but, you know, it doesn't define me is really what it comes down to. I try to define who I am every day. And it's funny, John Kim says, he's got that little cockiness, you know, on his little videos. And it's like, you know, I'm being real. And I don't know how much you caught of what just happened, but my wife pulls up in the car with the 2 girls, and then this thing connects to the Bluetooth on the car. It's a freaking disaster. My youngest daughter, you know, she's screaming, and it's just like, that's real life. And you know, but I'm out here, and you know, okay, we're gonna figure it out, make it work. And oh, geez, stressful. We're all real people, man, and we just love cryptocurrencies because what we see in it is a game changer. And that's why we do and put so much energy into it, because we see that I see that as really the last hope that can change things. Because, you know, again, I'm not going to get all dark and depressing, even though it is dark, but you know, 9/11 was a big event. What happened there changed things, and cryptocurrencies really, you know, I didn't know if we were going to be able to fix things. I really didn't. We were going down a bad path. I mean, a lot of bad things were implemented. A lot of freedoms were lost. And I thought, I don't know, man. I'm like, do I need to start looking to live in another country? I don't want to do that. I love this country. I love the Constitution and everything it stands for. But we've got people that, you know, we wrote that playbook and they're not following it. And you know, I see things changing now, and it gives me hope, and I want to get out there. It's like, I'm not going to have my daughters do this. We can't wait that long. I want to get out there right now and change things now and be a part of something. And that's why I look at Randy and I'm like, dude, I freaking love you, man. That
I love you too.
Dude, seriously, I want to give you a big hug. Just it's
soon, next week.
Soon, I know, next week. All right, calm down. You know, hug withdrawals. You know,
we don't have teleportation just yet.
Yeah, I know, not yet, but it will come. Did you see the William Shatner video with some kind of crypto exchange I've seen running on Twitter? He's robbing a bank and he's got a mask on and they recognize who he is. That's a freaking
I didn't see that.
Cool advertisement. It's a blockchain. It's a crypto exchange, and William Shatner's in the commercial. You know, he's into crypto, but pretty cool stuff. You know, look that up.
Yeah. Did you see his reply to Mitch this afternoon?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, no podcast. I'm like, okay, whatever. That's fine. We don't need you. We got Clint Westwood, motherfucker. All right. We don't need no William Shatner.
We're gonna bring other peeps in here. We're doing it live. It's gonna be like the hee-haw of crypto. We're bringing everybody in, baby.
Yeah, so, the real people, the real energy, the real passion, not the sparkle on the internet.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
That's exactly right. Man, Mitch stays here for a week. I mean, it's about real people. I mean, it's getting to know real people and going to these meetups and meeting real people. And
Guy
then
worked me like
reaching
a
out to them.
dog.
I worked him like a dog. One
Yeah,
meal
you
a
he
day.
gave you
I had
time
to
to
beg
build
for that
your
one meal a
polish
day.
your
I was like,
pole.
really?
You
Can we
had
eat?
plenty of free
I know,
time.
right?
Great work, Mitch. Great work on the staircase.
I know. If it
Yeah.
gets too dark, we're going in there and we're gonna do it live from the staircase.
Did you realize you were
like
building the set for the next Crypto Campfire podcast?
Dude, I that's in my mind. Seriously, it could very well be turning into something like that.
It's gonna be sick, definitely. I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to continuing to forever build the Westwood Ranch and to make this truly a special place as it already is, and be able to share that with all the people we love and we care about. That's what that place is about. That's gonna be our safe haven. That's gonna be our home away from homes, and that's gonna be awesome. So
You know,
bless you for that, brother.
Might be a permanent home to some people, I mean, seriously. I mean, it's a retreat. It's a sanctuary. That's what I want it to be. I want people to be able to come here and just be human and just talk about things like we're talking about right now. Get away from all the parking. Get away from all that crap, where you got to worry about what's coming next and who's going to mess with you next. Just relax. I need to, I don't hunt because, I have reasons, because I don't eat meat. But I'm all for it. If you guys want to do that, when you go hunting out there in Montana, you got to invite me because I love being out in nature. I will hike anywhere you want me to go. And if I got to carry that deer or elk,
You're
I'll do
invited.
that. I will do that. I won't eat it, but I'll do that.
You don't have to eat it. We won't make it, but we'll let you carry it though.
Yeah,
absolutely.
You're definitely invited. I think there'll be something special about taking Clint Westwood into the mountains.
Oh man,
I should be careful how I say
I'll
that.
do some squat hollers, and knocking on some wood, knocking.
Yeah, we'll just go to like the Finding Bigfoot show and just use all their pointers. They know all the facts about Bigfoot.
I got it right.
It's kind of like
this is what it looks like right now, doesn't it? That's how it looks.
That reminds me
that's
of
exactly it. You're right there. You're there now. We just need some howls in the background and some crazies, and we'll be good to go.
Yeah, right.
That reminds me of that song from Ted Nugent, about Fred Bear and going up into the mountains, and hunting the grizzly bear and the polar bear and, cleansing of the soul, so to speak. Yeah. And that would be sick right there, and I'm so looking forward to that day with the professor and, with yourself or with anybody really, just getting out there and experiencing that would be sick. That would be totally amazing. Yeah.
Well, that'd be some wango tango now, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
baby.
I'm not sure that I like the sound of that.
Yeah, right.
So Clint,
sorry, Montana's closed.
Is there going to be a rumor? Is there's going to be a meetup maybe at your place?
Well, that's what we're working on. I mean, we could have a meetup anytime. I just want to make sure I've got enough facilities to accommodate because, where I live, and Mitch can attest to it. I mean, we had to go. How long, Mitch? It's like, I couldn't do this. I got to go get some lumber. It's like,
I started thinking about that Children of the Corn movie. What I mean? Don't go out after dark.
Speaking of corn, I have something good for you, Clint. Mitch, you probably won't remember this, but when we first started talking a long time ago, for knobs, we were talking about all the random shit that I was doing, and I was like, and I also am going to randomly read this quantitative genetics and maize breeding book, and just some random Telegram comment. So I don't know if you can see this, but this is just a perfect Clint Westwood book. It's an entire book on breeding that I got in a free pile somewhere. So I think I'm going to save this for you. It'll be the last of the paper in 20 years.
The thing is, I've got bins full of books because, I can't. We have people that don't want to see books on a bookshelf anymore. So, Mitch, we need to finish this. Yeah, I know. See, I'm not throwing any away because I know at the end of the day, I mean, you still got it in your hand.
We need to figure what?
Exactly.
We need to figure out like a little library section we need to build, and get all that stuff displayed. So
you mean not in digital form? Oh God.
No.
Oh,
I got
God.
books. I got real
I-
books.
Yeah,
Lots
damn.
I've got a bunch. I need more
Do they
bookshelves because my
talk to you
books
when you
are too
open
many.
them? Because if they don't talk to you when you open them, that's going to be challenging to get people to use.
Mitch,
No,
that really
no,
depends
it's
on
just
what
for
you've
me,
done
man.
before
It's
you
just
start
for me.
reading.
Oh, okay, just for you. Then we're good.
Yeah.
I got
Yeah.
plenty of
Yeah.
books.
I need a carpenter that can put some bookshelves up in there.
Oh, right. I think I know a guy.
Okay. Yeah. We'll get those facilities in order. So, if you got to spend the night or something, you got your own stuff going on.
Well,
But,
we might just have to plan another weekly venture. That's all.
Exactly.
Exactly.
All right, let's try something new before we wrap this up. We're gonna try one random thing. So it's called a 10-word story, but we're gonna make it more words because there's 4 of us instead of 2 or 3.
Oh, we continue each other's story. Cool.
Yeah, so let's make it 16 words. So 4 for each of us. Mitch, you start, and then so Mitch, me, Clint, and Randy. We'll just do that random order.
Oh, I gotta
You
start.
say one word, and then the next person says a word.
Is it one
We
word
gotta
or
go 16
4?
words. One word each, but we just go around 4 times.
Shit.
On.
What? The
Floor.
Floor? Did you say floor?
Yeah.
Yeah. So far, we've got
Shit on the floor.
Behind.
What?
Behind.
I don't want to say the again.
My.
Your.
Oh yeah, it's Clint's turn next. Okay, shit on
Yeah,
the
it's in my. Behind my.
monkey.
Guys, I might lose you. My phone is starting to die.
Okay, sure. All right, we got you. It's your
Just let
turn,
me
and we're
know.
at shit on the floor behind my monkey.
After we shit on the floor, I gotta go wipe.
What's your
Monkey. He said monkey wipe. Okay, monkey wipe his
Crypto.
crypto.
currency? Was that a cop out?
Nah.
Shit on the floor behind my monkey is cryptocurrency. Randy?
Money?
Cryptocurrency money.
I don't
Bag.
know.
Bag.
Shit on the floor behind my
Cryptocurrency
monkey is
bag.
cryptocurrency money bag.
Nice.
That.
Clint. What?
That. Money bag. That.
I
I missed that.
shit on the floor behind my monkey. can't get past that. Shit on the floor behind my monkey is cryptocurrency money bag. That I.
Hodl.
Some assistance.
Both.
What?
Both.
4.
Trump.
All.
You.
God, are we done yet?
Are we done yet? Okay, shit on
You
the floor.
shit coin
behind
holding
my
mofos.
monkey.
Are we
is
done?
Cryptocurrency money bag. That I hodl both for all you. We went 20 words and we still don't have a fucking sentence.
We got no story here.
No, we have nothing.
This
We
is like
got- we got
anti-rap
shit.
battles. This is bad.
Anti-rap battles. This is a 2-person technique, not a 4-person technique.
Oh,
on
my
the
goodness.
podcast. It was a
Well,
good time. It was a good time.
It was a great time. Thank you both for coming on. This live stream was sick. I mean, come on, John Kim coming on. Seeing all these people in the chat, on the stream. Randy, you coming to life and putting yourself out there, brother. We met in Jersey and it was a great meetup and it was a great meeting of between you and I. And I'm so proud to have you on our show. And yet
Thanks
to
for having
see
me. I appreciate
to
it.
see you doing this is just, it's so fulfilling to me because I feel that in one way or another, in one small shape or form, I had a part to do in that, and the professor had a part to do in that, right? And I
Yeah.
think this show, let me rephrase that. I think this show stood apart in doing that, because without this show, I don't believe we would have met.
Possible, yes.
You know,
And I
don't think
appreciate you guys having me on. I really do. I'm very happy.
awesome.
It was an amazing night, guys.
Clint,
So
as usual.
Randy, so Randy, when you coming on happy hour? You know, we're going big, baby. We got to take this to every show now.
Make it
Oh,
happen.
he's
Do
stuck.
it.
He's
Let
stuck.
me
He's
take
in
this
the
in.
groove.
Let me take this all in, and
Yeah.
I'm sure it's not my last one. That's
One
for
step
sure.
at a time. One
That's
step at a
awesome.
time. Come on.
That's
Come on.
One step at a time.
Awesome.
Brooklyn style.
That's
There we
right.
go.
I love it.
Awesome. Sweet. Well, thanks a lot, guys, for showing up. Thanks for listening into the podcast. We appreciate the support from every single one of you. And it's just amazing hearing all the positivity out there, watching the comments and just seeing everything that's going on. I think we're going to be doing some live stuff more often. This was a good time.
It absolutely was a great time. Absolutely was. So
Thank
you all for showing
Great
up.
Time.
Randy, Clint Westwood, my man. We'll talk
see you
again
next week.
soon.
Live
John,
from
Kim,
Philly.
Nana,
Philly
Crypto,
next week. Philly.
Live.
Chicken Pimp, everybody on the chat. Thank you for showing up. Crypto community, thank you for listening. You guys have a great day. We will talk to you soon. Campfire out.
Take it easy.
Later,
Peace.
guys. Thank you.
Perfect.